Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Graphics on STM32, a beginner's guide. This tutorial will introduce you to the basics of graphics programming on STM32 microcontrollers using the STM32 Cube graphics libraries and the littlevgl, lvgl, library. We will cover the fundamental concepts, set up the development environment, and provide simple code examples. Prerequisites: STM32 development board, example STM32F4 discovery, nucleo, etc. STM32 Cube IDE installed. Basic understanding of C programming and embedded systems. 1. Understanding graphics basics. Graphics programming involves rendering visual content on a display. The essential concepts include pixels, the smallest unit of a digital image, which represents a single point in the image. Resolution, the number of pixels in each dimension that can be displayed, example 800 x 480. Color depth, the number of bits used to represent the color of a pixel, example 16-bit, 24-bit. Coordinate system, defines how points are represented on the screen, usually with x, y, coordinates. 2. Setting up your environment. 1. Install STM32 Cube IDE, this is the integrated development environment for STM32 microcontrollers. 2. Create a new project, open STM32 Cube IDE and create a new project for your STM32 board. 3. Configure the display, connect a display, example TFT, to your STM32 board. Make sure to configure the display settings in the Cube MX interface, GPIOs, SPI/I2C settings. 3. Use STM32 Cube graphics libraries. STM32 provides graphics libraries that can simplify rendering graphics on a display. Example, drawing a rectangle. 1. Initialize graphics library. Ensure you include the necessary graphics library files in your project. 2. Code example. Below is a simple example of drawing a rectangle using STM32's graphics library. 4. Using lvgl, littlevgl. lvgl is a powerful and popular graphics library for embedded systems, which provides a rich set of widgets and graphical features. Steps to use lvgl. 1. Download and include lvgl, clone the lvgl repository from GitHub and include it in your project. 2. Configure lvgl, set up the lvgl configuration files according to your display and touch driver. Example, creating a button. 5. Conclusion. This tutorial provides a basic introduction to graphics programming on STM32 microcontrollers. You learned about graphics concepts, setup, and how to draw shapes using STM32's graphics libraries and lvgl. Next steps. Explore more features of lvgl, such as animations, images, and screen transitions. Implement touch interactions to make your UI more interactive. Experiment with different graphics libraries available for STM32. Resources. LVGL documentation, https://docs.littlevgl.com. STM32 Cube graphics documentation, https://www.st.com/n/embedded-software/stm32cube-graphics.html. STM32 HAL library documentation, https://www.st.com/n/embedded-software/stm32cube-hl-library.html. By following this guide, you will gain a solid foundation in graphics programming for embedded systems, especially with STM32 microcontrollers. Happy coding!